US President Joe Biden has described the attack on Donald Trump as an assassination attempt and has appealed for national unity. In his address, Biden has said that there is no place for such violence in America and has ordered an independent review of the security measures at the Pennsylvania rally. The shooting has been investigated as an attempted assassination. Let's in fact listen into what he said.
Look, as this investigation continues, here's what we're going to do. First, Mr. Trump, as a former president and nominee of the Republican Party, already receives a heightened level of security. And I've been consistent in my direction to the Secret Service to provide him with every resource, capability, and protective measure necessary to ensure his continued safety. Second, I've directed the head of the Secret Service to review all security measures for the Republican National Convention, which is scheduled to start tomorrow. And third, I've directed an independent review of the national security at yesterday's rally to assess exactly what happened. And we'll share the results of that independent review with the American people as well. And finally, I'll be speaking more about this tonight at greater length from the Oval Office. We must unite as one nation. We must unite as one nation. Okay, so of course, the closing statements were, we must unite as a nation. That's of course what Joe Biden has said. Remember, viewers, Donald Trump was attacked 6 minutes into his speech in Pennsylvania. There were 7 bullets that were shot at him. One grazed his right ear, but he was quick to duck, and the security services, of course, formed a human shield around him and escorted him off the stage. So that, of course, took place yesterday. A very big, incident that has been reported from Pennsylvania. In fact, my colleague Brian is with us on the broadcast to give us more on this. Brian, take our viewers through the statements that have been made by President Joe Biden.
Well, the attack on Donald Trump was called as an assassination attempt, and Biden also said he called for rather national unity following the previous day's shooting that shocked the world. Yes, he survived the attempt on his life on Saturday when a 20-year-old shooter fired multiple, shots at him during campaign rally in Pennsylvania, injuring his right ear. And even President Biden further goes on to say that it even resulted in death of one spectator and critical injuries to 2 others, which is being investigated as an attempted assassination. Now, yes, Biden addressed the African nation on Sunday afternoon after receiving briefing in the White House Situation Room from his top national security team. Yes.
With our viewers, meanwhile, joining us at this point of time is Mr. Sanjay Srivastava, international affairs expert. So thank you so much for taking out time and speaking to us on NewsX. Now, of course, this is a shocker, an alarming incident that has taken place in the United States of America. And of course, Joe Biden has condemned it, and he said that there should be unity. And he's in fact also spoken and condemned the attack, said that there should be no political violence in the United States of America. How do you view this incident, number one? And number two, the support that is then being extended by Joe Biden?
Well, Asavri, first of all, a very good morning to you. Good morning to all the viewers. This incident yesterday in Pennsylvania was obviously a dark moment, dark day for the United States of America. And such incident, very fortunately, in this incident, former President Donald Trump has survived. But had there been any change of a moment, friction of a second, friction of change, an inch here and there, the situation would have been completely different by now. So I think President Donald Trump has been very fortunate that he has survived. But this incident raises a lot of questions about the present state of affairs in the entire United States of America. First of all, it appears that on political lines, there is a huge divide. And now this, when the elections are coming nearer, this divide is becoming more and more intense. And in times ahead, now it will be a challenge for the entire, U.S. administration as well as the entire U.S. establishment to have a this kind of elections without any such kind of incident anymore. I think at this point of time, as President Biden is saying, unity is the need of the hour, because the spirit of democracy is that people should agree to disagree. They should not, take such positions and postures which leads to hatred, which leads to violence, which leads to this kind of conspiracies. I think such kind of approach and mentality is not acceptable in any democracy. This is not democratic spirit. And that is precisely where President Biden is appealing. And I think certainly these kind of appeals are needed by the all top leaders, whether it is President Biden, who is a leader of Democratic Party, and obviously the Republican side, President Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, should also come up with certain this kind of a statement, so that putting aside their political differences, as a nation, they must show unity in these hours of crisis where such conspiracies are being hatched. In the history of the United States of America, we have seen a lot of such incidents of political violence, whether it is assassination of John F. Kennedy or Martin Luther King, and even before 1865, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, and many such attempts were made on several other leaders in the history of the U.S. So I think there is a history, there is a precedent, but every time whenever such challenges came to the people of United States of America,
Right, sir.
they fought hard and the democracy was restored. So at this point of time also, spirit of democracy and unity must be restored, and that is the need of the hour. That's where President Biden is appealing.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.